Good morning and welcome to Frank's School. That cat, it seems everywhere I go I have cats with me. Anyway, this is the 6-year 151st day, I believe. I wanted to show you some boards. These are old, stressed, weathered, beyond use. Most people would think, like me, I can identify with them. Boards. I want to show you 4 piles of boards that I have like this. This would be part of the series wood. So that was one. And where they're destined to go, you see they do have a use. I can use them all structurally. This platform that I started to make and had to stop because of the weather, I'll lay them across those pallets on a 45 and they'll be the subfloor. What you're looking at I tend to call the subfloor. It's been very windy, and it's been cold for March. And that wind has not done my fences any good. But it doesn't matter, they weren't finished. I can just tip them back up and then go ahead and finish them. Well, I hope the cat follows me. He's a little too close to the road. I'm going to show you some other piles. But here we have a fine morning at the moment at Frank's School. Before I go on to the next pile, I wanted to show you, here's what I mean about putting them on a 45. Now those over pallets, those boards are oak for the most part. They're strong. The ones down there at the road, I think a lot of them are oak, but it doesn't actually matter too much because they have the subfloor underneath them. All these pallets, and I have putts, and I have about 20 to 25 already started. Up to the rail level, and they all have floors like that. So I have used a lot of old, weathered, stressed like me boards. All right, the next pile. It's over there. Probably have to take time out for goats. Anyway, here's the next pile, and talk about stressed. These boards are the remains of a barn, 2 buildings actually, the neighbors that burned down, and they were the siding, so they were thin pine to start with, and then they got charred. But believe it or not, I can use them. I can use them because now they're light, they're pine, but again, since they're a subfloor over a subfloor, they're fine. And the fact that they're light like that helps because I'll put them up high. I'll put them on the second level. Goats, animals everywhere. There's my chickens. All right, that's that's 2 piles. There, that'll keep them busy for a little bit. They're not really hungry. They just want to know they're loved. A pile of boards like this I'll maybe talk about later. They're fresh from the sawmill, although the goats have walked all over them. There's nothing old or stressed or weathered about them. They have another purpose. Well, they're rough sawn. I've already talked about them. All right, on we go to 3 more piles. Here's another pile. Now this is also pine. It's very light, and I've cut a 45 on the end because to get ready for where they're going to go. They'll be laid on a 45, but there was a reason. I usually cut the 45 after I've laid them down, as I'll show you in a minute. But there was a reason here why I laid them down first. All right, now let's see, 2 more piles to go. There's my tour guide, the cat tiger. All right, this is kind of a mixed pile. It's some of it, most of it is probably fairly strong and oak. And here you can see exactly what I do with laying them on a 45 over what I call a subfloor. And one of the reasons I'm filming this morning is because pretty soon these piles will be used up. Since I don't nail them, unless I absolutely have to somewhere, they get used up very fast. All right, those goats, now that they know they're loved, they're probably going to go off and try to find the rest. All right, I wanted to show you finally that pile right there. Whoops, wait a minute, I forgot this pile. That goes, I think I put them there because they're also quite light. and I'm not sure. I'll end up using these all up very fast. I rather hope within a month I'll have them laying in place. Okay, now here. This is pine, and why I'm showing you this, these 4 boards on the underside are really beautiful boards, I think. Now they've been painted, they've been used somewhere else, they were never planed, but look how long they are. I think they're 16 foot long, or 14 foot long, I'm not sure. The ones on top are, are different, of course they're weathered, but how wide they are, I think they're 18 inches. My hand is 9, yeah, it looks to me as if they're 18 inches wide. And a lot of times a board's worth is measured by how wide it is. People like wide boards. And so what do you do with them? So wide, so long. It's a shame to cut them or rip them. But I have a plan. All right, I think that's probably enough for today. Maybe I'll zoom in on my noble horse up there. Bye for now.